today's lesson is the first unit in our probability and stats unit. It is lesson number 1. It is on mean, median, mode, and range, measures of central tendency. The homework that goes with this is page 2 to 4 in the homework packet. All right. Now, we are going to talk about measures of center and measures of variability. Measures of center, mean, median, and we can really add mode to this list, although it's not really a center. Mode is the one that appears the most. And mean is the average, median is the actual middle number. Then, measures of variability, range, interquartile range, mean absolute deviation, box and whiskers, and double box plots. We're going to talk about all these things throughout this unit. Today, we're talking about mean, median, mode. Mean is the average. So, to find the mean, you add them all up and divide by how many there are. Median is the middle number. You've got to make sure that they are listed in order to find the middle. And if you've got two middle numbers, you take the average of those two middle numbers. Mode is the number that appears the most. It is possible to have no mode. So if every number appears just once, you're going to say no mode. But if you've got two numbers that appear twice, then there's two modes. When you say no mode, do not write 0, because 0 is a number. You can't just say the mode is 0. The mode is only 0 if 0 appears the most. All right. The ages and years of employees at two different companies is shown below. Let's find the mean, median, mode, and range. So, for company A, what I expect you guys to show as far as work, to find the mean, you add them all together. Now, do I expect you to write all of those out? No. But what I want you to do is add them. You can use a calculator. If you add for company A, you end up with 304 is the total. And then if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there are 8 numbers. So 304 divided by 8, you end up getting 38. I want to see that work for your mean. Now, for median, they need to be listed in order. Take a look at the list that they gave us. They are already listed in order. So I'm going to find the middle numbers. So what I'm going to do, cross off first, last, first, last, first, last. I've got two middle numbers. When you have two middle numbers, to find the median, you are going to add them together and divide by 2. So 36 plus 38 divided by 2 gives me 37. Mode is the number that appears the most. I'm going to erase this so we can get a better look at it. In this set, there is no number that appears more than others. They all appear one time, so there is no mode. And the range is our highest minus our lowest, so 52 minus 22, the range is 30. Company B, mean. If I add company B up, I get 528, and again there are 8 numbers, and I divide, I get 66. My median, cross off first, last, first, last, first, last. I've got two middle numbers, so again, when you have two middle numbers, find the average of those two middle numbers, and you end up with 68. Mode. It's the number that appears the most. We'll take a look at this list. 66 appears twice, so our mode is 66. Now, if 77 also appeared twice, I would have two modes, 66 and 77. But in this case, it's only 67. Range is the highest minus the lowest, so I have 77 minus 48 is 29. Now, the question that we're going to ask, which statement about the mean ages of employees is true? It says the difference between the mean ages of A and B is 25. Well, what does difference mean? It means we're going to subtract. So my mean of B is 66 minus my mean of A is 38. When I subtract those, I get 28. So which statement is true? B. The flow rate of a river was measured in cubic feet per second at the same time each day over a 5-day period. What is the range of the flow rate? Well, range is going to be highest minus lowest. So here's highest, 150, minus, what's the lowest? 136. You got to really pay attention if they're not listed in order. And you get 14. If I am analyzing a set of data, how do I know which measure of central tendency to use? All right. If I have an outlier, and I'm going to write a set of data. So let's pretend that I gave a test last week, and these are my test scores, and I'm listing them in order. All right, super important for you to realize, take a look at that set of data. Isn't 50% way lower than all the others? So if I gave you this set of data, 50 is what we call an outlier. So if I'm talking about my class, and I want to say what the middle set of data is, or the middle of my set of data, I would use the mean if my data does not have an outlier. Why is that? Because if it does have an outlier, that 50% in this case is going to pull down the class average. Okay? Median. If you have an outlier, you are better off using the median. And mode. You can use a mode when it is non-numeric. So if I was giving a survey in the cafeteria about what the favorite lunches were, and the kids could choose salad, pizza, spaghetti, chicken nuggets. And if I wanted to find out which one was most popular, I would use the mode, the ones that kids said the most. But up here, any numeric set of data, you're going to use median if the set does have an outlier, mean if it does not have an outlier. Outliers mess up the mean because it either pulls it down, like this case, the 50 would pull down my mean, or it makes it higher if your outlier is way big. All right, which measure of central tendency would be affected if the score on exam 5 in the table is changed to 88? So, if I change this score to 88, it says which measure of central tendency will be changed. Well, let's look at this. These are listed in order. And even if I put that, if I change this one to 88, they're still listed in order. So, is my median, which if I cross off first, last, I have two middle numbers. Isn't my median always going to be right there? But think about the fact that if I change this score to 88, my mean, because I'm going to be dividing by a different number by 6, that's going to change it. So the only thing that's going to change is the mean. All right, example 4. The ages of debate team members of a high school and college are listed in the line plots. Based on the line plots, which statement must be true? All right, it says the range of the high school members' ages and the range of the college are the same. Well, let's figure out what the range is. Range is high minus low. So if I take a look at this line plot, my range, the oldest kid on this team is 17. The youngest is 14. So 17 minus 14 is 3. The range there is 3. The range of the college, the oldest kid is 20. The youngest is 18. So the range is 2. So what does it say? The range of the high school member's age and the range of the college member's age is the same. No, they're not. This is 3, this is 2, so this one is false. And I'm going to write false right next to it. We are looking for the one that is true. Then it says, school members' ages and the college members' age is 2 years. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the first sentence. The difference between the means of the high school members' ages and the college members' age is 2 years. So I need to find the mean. So up here, our mean. To find the mean, we are going to add these all together. So if I find the mean, I'm going to have 14 plus 15 plus. I'm going to have 111 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get 15.8 or 15.9. My mean here, I'm going to have 131 divided by 7. My mean is 18.7. So what does it say? The difference between the means of the high school members' ages and the college members' ages is 2 years. So I'd have 18.7 minus 15.9. It's 2.8. That's false. The minimum age of the college team members is less than the maximum age of the high school members. Well, the minimum age of the college is 18. And the maximum of the high school is 17. So let's read it again. The minimum age of the college team members is less than the maximum. No, it's not. It's more. So that's false. It better be D. Let's see what D says. The difference between the medians of the high school team members and the college team members is equal to the range of the high school members. All right, let's find the median. If I do this, 14, 15, 16, 17. Also first, last, first, last, first, last. Median here is 6 or 16. Median here, 18, 18, 18, 19, 19, 19, and 20. First, last, first, last, first, last. The median is 19. And it says the difference between the medians. So 19 minus 16 is 3. And they're saying that is the same, equal to the range of the high school. Well, the range of the high school is 3. This is 3. So D is